Hello everyone, FedEx Gaming here, and welcome to probably the most horrifying Minecraft video I have ever made. So today, I'm going to be showing you some interesting ways you can use gas inside of Minecraft. And yes, I would not want to see that inside of Minecraft. That is probably one of the most scariest things ever. And you know what's funny? The gas faces, I never really noticed, but they kind of look like No Face from Spirited Away. Pretty sure that was his name, No Face. But this thing, guys, this thing is really horrifying. And not for the sheer size and what it looks like, but for the sounds it makes. Oh my... I can't stand listening to this big wall of gas right here. You know what? Let me go up here. Usually I turn down the sounds when I have a large amount of mobs when I'm doing videos. But you know what? I'm going to set the sound to its normal state. I'm going to stop talking for a little bit. And you can just hear this wall of cries. This just horrifying, bleeding sound of cries. So here we go. Okay, enough of that, enough of hearing this wall of cries right here. And I actually set this up to be some sort of mini game. That's why it looks like this, because I wanted to make it so maybe if someone wanted to make a mini game, they can have people get into a box right here and just try to see who can last the longest. Now, I know that doesn't sound too good since gas shoot pretty slow, but actually, you know, I'm going to show you really quickly what I mean if I turn mob griefing on. You know, before we jump into my whole little mini game thing I made here, let's go ahead and show you the other things that I did make with this. Now, they're all solely based off of one thing, so I don't need to do a tutorial on everything here, because if you can't get it, guys, when I show you how to do this thing, then you're never going to be able to build any of these. It's very easy to do. Can you do it on survival? Yes, you can do it on survival. However, it is pretty tedious to get a gas in your world on survival. There are steps you could take, like maybe building a gas farm on top of your nether. I did show how to break out of the nether, so if you want to build a gas farm on top of your nether and push them into your overworld and then try to do stuff with them in survival, you can absolutely do that. Or maybe you want to just get a few friends and throw some fishing lines at them until you drag one into another. You could do that too, but that is very hard to do. But I'm just going to show you some cool things you can do with this on creative. You can do it on survival, like I said, but it's going to be a really tedious. Now, the next one, if you saw, this one's my absolute favorite. This one is, look at this thing. That is so cool. That is a gassed hot air balloon. Who doesn't want a gassed hot air balloon in their world? This thing is so cool. I would love to see like thousands of these just floating in the sky and someone just coming into your world and going, are you kidding me? Did you just make a gassed hot air balloon? But this one is my absolute favorite. This is absolutely my favorite one out of every single one. Then this one over here, I had an idea for it. Maybe if you hide the gas, you can make it look like a car wash. Those kind of look like those weird things that are in car washes that slip over the top of the car and pretty much, I guess, wash the soap or put soap onto it. But you can put a little car wash in here. Or you can make it look like ghost things. Maybe you have a haunted mansion and you want to make it look like wavy ghost things in the hallway. And I mean, the cries alone, guys, the cries alone are going to make this thing horrifying. So if you want to do something haunted wise with this, this would be perfect. This would be absolutely perfect for this. And then over here, actually, I had someone on Twitter when I showed my first thing, they said, can you make another portal thing out of it? And I made this horrifying thing. Look at this. This is, and you can't push them out of the way either. Look, see, you can't push them out of the way. They are there forever. And this thing is just, I don't know who would want a gas nether portal, but why not? Why not have a gas nether portal? Now, this one's a kind of cool one, too. This is a sort of, I guess, jump scare, if you will. So let me go ahead and come in here real quick, and let me go ahead and clean this up real. There we go. And I'm going to have to turn on, turn it to survival, so it looks a lot scarier. It's going to be a lot scarier if I turn it to survival. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly turn it to survival. All right, and I'm back, and I went ahead and I switched it to survival. As you can see, I have a hunger bar, and I have a health bar now. And I mean, just look at this hallway. It's already creepy enough. I mean, look at this. Who wants to see a skeleton inside a flower or boat or paper boat, whatever that is? But if I click this button right here, boop, boom, and there goes the gas. So you can make some sort of jump scare out of this too. Now, let me go ahead and switch it back to creative, because guys, gas, they could see you from very, very far away. If I jumped out of here on creative, oh, look, he did shoot a little bit. If I jumped out of here on survival, those gas right over there would have shot me. They could see you from very, very far away. So if you are doing this on survival and you're trying to get one of these gas guys, it's going to be hard. It really is. And if you do get one, I would love to know if you do. I would love to know if you get one of these on survival, because, well, good for you. As long as you keep the box inside of their hitbox right here. I think it's the third one up. One, 2, and 3. This block right here is their detection block, so they can't see you. So if I come over here to my wall now, you know what? Let's go over these ones too real quick. Now, this one is in case maybe you want a turret or some sort of defense system. Like right now, he wouldn't be able to see me. He's not able to see me. However, if I flip this lever, it will pull the block away from his detection box, and now he's able to see me, and he will be able to shoot at me. You know, we're going to look at that one in a little bit, because I'm going to switch this one over to survival for this one, and then we can look at that one as well on survival. Next up, we're going to be looking at the gas bounce house. Why not? Why not have a gas bounce house? I mean, I did all this other stuff. Why not have a gas bounce house? So you see, boop, we could jump up and down on our gigantic gas bounce house. Now, what I did with this one is I just went inside of him and I stuck slime blocks in him. And I put a block right there for his detection box. I did miss it by 1 block, so I just doubled it up. But why not? Why not have a gas bounce house? Next up is a gas ride. So if we come right up here, we can get inside the minecart and we can now ride a ghast into the sunset. Well, he can't actually move because he will kill us. But all I did was I set up a minecart on top of him so we could sit down, or you could just simply stand on top of him. You know, you don't see this every day. You don't see a moose crouching on top of a ghast. You don't really get to see this every day, but there is a nice little ghast ride, if you will. And then last but not least, I'm pretty sure that's just about it. I'm going to be showing something else later, but that's just a few ideas that I came up with. But once you know how to do this, guys, you can simply do all this stuff. You can make them into building blocks. You can make them into walls. You can make them into hot air balloons. You can make them into hot air balloons. You can make them into jump scares. It's really fun to do this, and you can do something with their tentacles as well, like a car wash of some sort. But let me go ahead and switch it to survival now, just to show you the madness that this can create. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to survival really fast, and things are about to get bad. Yeah, this isn't good. Okay, so let me come down here. Do I have griefing actually turned on? When griefing's on, it's a lot better. Yep, I do. Okay, so pretty much like I said, you can make like a mini game after this, so you can see how long you could possibly last in here. Now, the thing that makes this hard is, yes, you can move out of the way of them pretty easily, but the problem is with the fire. I mean, you're gonna have to stand there and smack fire, but you really don't want to do that. Wait, you look at that. No, I'm gonna die. Let me get away from these guys. Let me just get away from these guys before I absolutely die. But as you can see, you can make some sort of mini game out of it, but I would be wary of it because if a ghast hits another ghast, then they can kill each other. So if you want to make a mini game, I would try to keep it only on one wall because they can kill each other, and I would hate to see you guys make a giant mini game and then they just end up killing each other, and then you have to redo a bunch of stuff. Now this one's really cool because, like I said, if we flip this up, right now he can't detect me. Right now I could walk inside of him, he can't do anything. And yes, the first thing I thought of when I went inside of a ghast like this is, can I make this into a house? Trust me, I know, but you can't. It doesn't matter. You can't like interact with anything inside of here because technically you are inside of its hitbox. So no, you can't really make this into a house. But actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and actually switch it back to creative real quick. Let me go ahead and switch it back to creative real fast because as you can see back there are my slimes. And yesterday, oh, what am I doing? Yesterday with my slimes, I showed that enemies can't go through the hitboxes of the slimes, and that doubles with this one as well. So you can actually make some sort of way to get away from enemies. If you somehow get a ghast on survival, would I waste it on that? Absolutely not. For me, if I got a ghast on survival, hot air balloon. Hot air balloon 100% of the way. That's what I would choose. I mean, it's completely up to you what you do with this thing, but for me, the hot air balloon is my #1 thing I would do with a ghast on survival. So now that I'm back on survival, I could show you that when I place a few zombies right here, as you can see, they're all running at me, but they cannot make it past the ghast hitbox. So now I am completely safe inside of here. See, they're just bumping off the ghast. They could do absolutely nothing to me because right now I'm safe inside my gas box, my gas chamber. That doesn't sound good, actually, gas chamber. I'm not gonna say that again. So there you go. It's a very good way to get away from enemies, but like I said, I really wouldn't waste it on that. I would waste it on a hot air balloon. So I'm gonna wait till this guy just die already. There we go. So once I flip down this lever right here, yeah, see, the gas can start shooting at me, and actually that might open it up and let the gas shoot at me over there. I was not thinking about that. I've completely, yep, see the gas just shot at me from over there. But then once we flip up the lever, it'll put the block right back inside of him. He can still see us now, but he won't be able to attack us because the block is in the way of his detection box. So now he can no longer kill us. So now let me go ahead and show you how to do this instead of rambling on anymore, and then maybe you can come up with your own cool ideas of using this. But this is really scary. This is definitely a scary build to do. So enough rambling about the gas and how to get the gas on survival. I'm sure many of you are probably going to be doing this on creative anyway to make some sort of mini game or some sort of fun thing in your creative world, or maybe making a haunted map. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm sure this is mostly going to be a creative build for many of you guys. So I just set up an anvil right there. So these is pretty much the resources you're going to need right here. I'm not going to be giving a list out of it because, like I said, mostly a creative build right here, but it's the exact same thing as the past interesting ways I've been showing this plenty of times. But this one is definitely the funniest. This one is definitely, without a doubt, the funniest one to do. Now what we're going to do is simply break down a block and place down some soul sand. We've been doing this quite a while, but if you haven't watched any of my other videos, then I guess this is new to you. But then we're going to place a block right next to our soul sand, take out some power rails, and we're going to have to place down at least 5 power rails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I highly recommend maybe just placing down 8. So you know what? 6, 7, 8. Just make sure it's the full length, and this will make it the easiest. Place a block right here, send power to your rails, then take out a minecart, place a minecart on the rails, and your minecart should go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now all that's left to do is take our gas spawn egg and spawn in our gas. Now you do not spawn the gas right on the rails. Do not place the gas right on the rails, because it will actually spawn a little bit above it, and then the minecart won't be able to grab it. So you're going to place it down 1 block or 1 block up from the rails, and the minecart should catch the gas. So when I put it right here, boop, as you can see, the minecart does hit the gas. But then if it does stop like this, you know, just hit it like that, and make sure he just keeps going back and forth like this. And his face is on this side. Let me go to this side. His face is over here. So next up, all we have to do now is just break the rail right above your soul sand. So once he goes that way, break that, and now he's infinitely stuck here. So we can go bloop like that, boop, 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 like that, and now he is completely yours. You can do whatever you like with him. This gas is completely yours. Now this one can detect if someone's there, so he will shoot at you on survival. This one can absolutely detect that someone is there. Like I said, he will shoot at you on survival. So you know what, let me go ahead and take out a sword and get ready for the scariness, because I hate the sounds these guys make when you kill them. And blah. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how you could set it up so he can't, well, kill you. So now we're going to set up our rails again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Send power back to our rails by placing down a redstone block. Let me get rid of the sword like this. And now if you don't want him to hit you, if you want to have him as a pet or something like that, maybe you're putting him in a museum or some sort of zoo, all you have to do is place 2 blocks up from this rail. So 1, 2, break this block, and now this block right here will block his detection box, making it so he doesn't know you're there. And if you also want to go a little bit further with this, all you have to do is come up 3 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, break these 2, place a sticky piston facing downwards with a lever on top of it, and then flip it down. So now you can make him hit you or not hit you whenever you want. So now if I place down my minecart once again, let it go back and forth, take out my gas and place it right 1 block off of the rails like this, it will grab him, and now he is ours. Now all we have to do is just break this rail right here, and now he is stuck there forever. So let me go ahead and quickly change it to survival just to show you that, look, boom, he doesn't know I'm here. I can walk inside of him. I'm absolutely fine, because this block is in the way of his detection block. And now if I go up here and flip this up, he now knows I'm here, and he's going to shoot gas balls at me. So let me go ahead and quickly turn this off real quick. So as you can see, now you have a, well, kind of a turret, I guess. You could set this up in your Minecraft world and have it so they can't see you above you. And if you have a friend down there, because this, guys, they could detect you from far away. Let me just show you real quickly. Let me show you how far away they could detect you. Let me go all the way over here. So let's see, can you see me from all the way over here? Yep, look at that. Look how far away this guy could detect me. So if you set this thing up in your world and your friend's all the way out here and you have a gas guy over there, you could shoot. Oh man, he's still shooting at me. Let's see if I can go further. Yep, he's still shooting at me. Guys, I'm still moving backwards. He is still shooting at me. How about here? Is that it? Did he finally give up? Let's see if I move a little bit up. Where is his detection box? There it is. Okay, so is this off this block right here? You know, let me go ahead and place a block right here, and then I'm going to count out the block. Oh, they actually place it right there. And then I'm going to count out the blocks real quickly, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, and I'm back, and I counted out his detection blocks, and it was 60 blocks away from there to over there. And as you can see, he is gone. I didn't kill him. It's because I forgot to rename him. Please, 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 if you do capture one, especially on survival, make sure you rename them, because you are going to be so upset if you lose your cast on survival. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly put him back in here, and we're going to give him a random name. So I'm going to go ahead and place my gas right here. We're going to go ahead and capture him. Why are you sideways? There we go. And then we're going to break this rail right here, and now he's completely stuck. And if I flip this down, he won't attack us anymore. So like I said, make sure you rename him. Let's go ahead and rename him. What did I rename my other guys? I forgot what I renamed all my other. You know, I think I renamed one of them Swirlix. So I'm just going to rename him Swirlix. So SWIRLIX. And there we go. We'll have Swirlix the Ghast. And let's go ahead and take that name tag. Name him up. So now he will no longer despawn, and we will have, well, a guy that could shoot you 60 blocks away. That is 60 blocks, guys, completely. From here over to that soul sand block is exactly 60 blocks. So like I said, if you do get one of these in survival and you put them inside your castle, you can shoot your friends from far away with this thing. Especially if they stop moving. That'd be really mean. They just stop moving, just get shot by a gas. So now I'm going to show you guys how you can build this thing up like a giant wall, big Lego thing, make a weird design out of it, do whatever you'd like with it. It's really up to you. All you need to know is the dimensions, and then you're set. Once you know the dimensions of how far away they have to be from each other, how high and how, like, you know, how tall they have to be away from each other, then you are set to make one of those gigantic walls that I showed you in the beginning. So the first thing you want to do is start off by placing down a soul sand block. So we're going to break this block and place one piece of soul sand. Now what we're going to do is count 5 blocks away from this soul sand. Make sure you count this one right here, and then we're going to count over 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then place another soul sand block. So there's going to be a Ghast here, and there's going to be a Ghast here. There should be a total of 3 blocks in between both your soul sand blocks, and now you can pretty much do whatever you want. That is the dimensions for them next to each other. So if you want them right next to each other, that is the dimensions. All it is 3 blocks away, and place another soul sand. 3 blocks away, place another soul sand, and now you have a working wall of ghast. Now if you want it to go up, then you're gonna have to do this a little bit differently. You're gonna have to place in your ghast while you're moving your way downwards instead of upwards, because once you have the ghast right here, they'll get in the way of the other ghast. So if you want to make a gigantic wall of ghast, what you're going to do is count up 4 blocks from this soul sand. So 1, 2, 3, and then place down a piece of soul sand like this, and that's going to be number 4 there. So there should be a total of 3 blocks in between this one going up and going down. So it's exactly the same dimensions as it going right to left. Up and down is 3 blocks away from each other as well. So 1, 2, 3, place another piece of soul sand, and then so on and so forth. Now when you are putting them up in the sky, you have to make sure that they don't fall off of these areas too. So all I did was once you get your soul sand in, just place down blocks around your soul sand. Just go around the whole entire edges of your soul sand just like this, and we're going to make a nice little I guess a 3 wide area around your soul sand, and that's it. So 1, 2, 3, place a piece of soul sand. 1, 2, 3, place a piece of soul sand, so on and so forth. And then make sure you put blocks wrapping around your soul sand just like this. Now I'm going to make mine only 2 high because it's going to make the video a lot longer if I go higher and higher. But if you want your wall to be huge, a huge wall of gas, and for it to be very, very intimidating, you just got to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Go 1, 2, 3, place a piece of soul sand, and then make a whole other row just like this. And we're gonna do it again if you want to make it go even higher. 1, 2, 3, place a piece of soul sand, and like I said, you're gonna have to keep making rows that look exactly like this row right here. And that's how high mine went at the beginning video. It went up 4 blocks like that, and that was that gigantic wall of gas right there. But now all we have to do is just capture gas in this tiny area. So that is very easy to do too. All we have to do is place blocks right on the sides. Now you have to start off from the top and work your way down. That's why I said make sure you make all your platforms first, and then go ahead and put your gas in, because you don't want to put in your gas and then go, I want to go up another level of gas. You're gonna have to kill all your gas and then do it again, or it's gonna be very, very tedious on doing it. So once we get our blocks in like this, what we're gonna do is place in powered rails going across every single one of these. And you know what, actually we're gonna come out one more on this side. We're gonna come out this way 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then come up a block like this and place in power rails, because I completely forgot one of these sides are gonna have to come out this way a little bit. Now all we have to do is just send power to these power rails. So just pick any one, it really doesn't matter. Just pick any one of these ones and just place in some redstone blocks to send power to them. You know, let's go ahead and place one right here as well. So there we go. As you can see, all my power is going to these power rails. Now all we have to do is place down a minecart and let it go back and forth, back and forth. Now we're gonna pick one of these that we want to actually do. So let's just do this one right here first. We're gonna do this one over here first. So we're gonna place in our gas 1 block away from our rail. So once this minecart comes back, we're gonna go boop, and he should grab him just like that. Now all we have to do is break this rail, and now he is stuck there forever. And that is it. That is 1 gas completely done on your wall. And then of course make sure you rename him so he doesn't despawn. Now for the next one, all you have to do is just break this rail and then place a block up next to this power rail above your soul sand. And then we're going to do the exact same thing once again. We're going to go ahead and take out our minecarts, place a minecart on here, and it's going to go back and forth, back and forth. Now what we have to do is place down a gas on any one of these blocks, doesn't matter, and it will grab him. Now what we have to do is break this rail, and now he is linked into place. As you can see, he is perfectly, just the perfect amount away from this gas, so it looks really, really nice. And also just make sure your minecart's in here as well. It is okay, perfect. And now we're gonna just also don't forget to name tag your gas. And next up, we're gonna do the exact same thing once again. Break this rail, place in a block, then we're gonna go ahead and place in our minecart. Where is my minecart? There it is. Place in a minecart like this, so it's gonna go back and forth. Place in a gas. Once the minecart comes back around, it'll capture gas, break the rail, and he will fall right into place just like that. I don't know why they're on a tilt, maybe because I'm putting in my gas on a tilt, but a lot of these guys are on a tilt right now. I don't like that. That's really annoying me right there. You don't want them to be on tilts like this. You want them to be perfectly looking straight. It might be because of the way I'm putting the gas on the rails itself, but we're gonna go ahead and just do it one last time. So break this rail, place in a block right here, place in your minecart, and then it's gonna go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Place in your gas, and he will get captured by the minecart. See that? Why is he like that? Then we're gonna break this rail right here, and he's gonna get stuck there forever. And now all we have to do is just break all these blocks right here. We no longer need any of these blocks. And I forgot to name tag them too. Make sure you name tag up your gas like that. And now we have our first layer of gas completely done. All right, guys, and I am back. I quickly just ran all the way down there and came back, and as you can see, now they are perfectly in line with each other. If you don't know what I mean, all I did was I flew really, really far away until I couldn't see the gas anymore, like that. And then once you come back over here, then the gas should be absolutely fine. As you can see, they're all in line with each other and make a nice flush wall of gas. Now what we're gonna do is the exact same thing on the bottom. It's literally, guys, the exact same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out this way, and then add in an extra block. Place in your power rails going all the way down like this till you reach this end one right here. Place up a block right here, and then all we have to do now is just send power to all of these powered rails. Very, very simple. All right, guys, so now it's time to just do the exact same thing we did up here. So place in your minecart will go back and forth. Place in your gas. The minecart should scoop up your gas, break this rail, and now he's going to be stuck there forever. And why do they keep doing that? Why? They never did that before. I'll just fly away later. So just make sure you name tag him so he doesn't disappear. And then what we're going to do is break this one right here. Place in another minecart, place in your gas. The minecart should grab your gas, go ahead and break the rail right here, and then he should fall into place. Make sure you name tag him again. Then we're gonna come right over here, break this right here, place in a block. Once you get the hang of it, guys, you're gonna be swimming through this. You're gonna go boop, 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 get it done, and make a giant wall of gas complete like that. So we're gonna place in our minecart like this, and boop, like that. Next up, place in your gas once again like that. And is he actually over it? No, he's not. So let me go ahead and break this right here. And now he's in place. Now what we have to do is name tag him. And last but not least, we have to just do it one more time. Break this block. Break this rail. Place in a block. Place in your minecart. Send power. Well, we have power going to it already. And then place in your gas like this. He will get captured. Hit this rail right here. And now he's stuck there forever. And go ahead and name tag him. Now we have to do is get rid of all of this so we can no longer see it. And there you guys go. There's a nice little 2-high wall of gas. Now I'm just going to fly away really fast so they are nice and even with each other. So fly away until you can no longer see them. And then fly back. Hopefully you won't have to do this though, because that didn't happen to me last time. And there you go. We have now a nice little wall of gas right here that can attack us if I switch it to survival. If I do switch it to survival, they will all shoot at me and try to kill me. Let me turn off mob griefing too. There we go. So if I switch to survival, as you can see, now we have a wall of gas that really, really want to kill me. They all really, really want to kill me. So we'll go ahead and switch this back over to creative before I die. No. So yeah, well, you know, I mean, that's never fun. That's never fun. Man, my stuff's scattered all over the place. Hey, I have a guest here. So I'm gonna go quickly pick that up. But you guys go, it's that simple. It's that simple to set them all up next to each other. It's not very hard to build these things. And then, like I said, you can make really cool things out of this, like gas balloons and things like that. You know, let me go ahead and show you the hot air balloon. I at least want to show you guys that one. That is my absolute favorite one to build. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna quickly show you how you can make yourself a gas hot air balloon. So right here, I have some soul sand all the way up in the air. This is exactly where our gas is going to be going. So what you want to do is just take out a few fence posts, and we're going to make a 3x3 spacing around this soul sand with our fence posts. We're going to come out one and place a fence post here, and place a fence post here, and then break this one and do the same thing on this side. We're just going to come out one, place one here, and place one here, making a nice 3x3 spacing of fence posts around our soul sand. Now what I did on my one that I showed over there, I came out one more over here instead. You can do that, but honestly it looks good like this as well. You don't really need to change it up. We just bring the blinds going all the way down and it should look absolutely perfect. Next up, what we're going to do is take out our blocks and place a block up right here next to our soul sand, place a block up next to it right here, and another block up next to it right here as well. Then we're going to come out 5 blocks from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place down our power rails like we did down there. It's going to be the exact same thing, just a tiny bit different. And then we're going to send power to our powered rails, place a block up right here. So now if we place a minecart on these rails, it should go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So boom, as he goes back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Now there's one more thing we have to do with this one. We're going to have to place a block right here. And then we're gonna come out 2 more. 1, 2, break this block, place a piston facing inwards off that block with a lever right here. And that's going to be for later, and I'll show you why we need to do this. Now what we have to do is spawn in our gas. So just place a block 1 away from our rail, and then go ahead and place your gas on top of this block. So actually, no, before we do that, it's actually a hot air balloon, so we don't want this thing attacking us and killing us. So let's go ahead and get rid of its detection box as well. So come up 2 blocks here, delete this block, and then we'll have our detection block that is 2 blocks above our rail right here. So you can leave it so they can attack you, but I don't know why you would want your hot air balloon attacking people, but that's your preference right there. So now we're gonna go ahead and spawn in our gas. So boop, like that. He is now stuck. We can go ahead and name tag him as well. So bloop, we now swirlix the gas hot air balloon, and then just go ahead and break this rail, and now our hot air balloon is ready. Now the reason for this lever and this block right here is just so when we flip this down, boom, he is now completely stuck. As you can see, we can no longer move him. He is absolutely stuck in there forever. Now we can go ahead and delete all of this stuff. Let's get rid of all this stuff. We no longer need this. We no longer need any of this stuff right here, and we no longer need these blocks right here as well. Make sure you keep this one though. Make sure you have your soul sand one there, or else he's gonna fall down and then you're gonna have to redo everything. But now we have our hot air balloon ready to go. Now all we have to do is create our hot air balloon. So go ahead and just take out your fence posts and bring it down as far as you want. I usually like bringing it far enough down so we don't hit our heads on this little tentacle thingy. So let's go ahead and just bring it down to here. So let's see how much this is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I came down a total of 6 going down like that. Is that a little too far? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do 5. I'm just gonna do 5. I'm gonna do the same thing one over here. And as you can see, it's kind of in his tentacle right here. So we're just gonna have to wait until his tentacle moves away and then boop, place one in. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's go ahead and do another one over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we have it. Now we can go ahead and make our hot air balloon around this area. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out my items for the hot air balloon, and we're gonna place down a block right here off the bottom of this one, a block here, a block over here, and a block over here as well. Then we're gonna take out our stairs, and let's go ahead and place stairs around this entire thing. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll place a slab right here in the middle as well. So now we can look off the side of our hot air balloon. There you guys have it. We have a nice little gas hot air balloon. And then we can also put some staircases maybe underneath it to give it a little bit more depth. So let's just go like this real fast with some stairs underneath it. And then we'll place another block right here. And then you guys have a really shoddy looking hot air gas balloon. But this thing is definitely my favorite. This is probably one of my favorite things to build with this whole Ghast idea. But I mean, guys, that's pretty much it. Once you have them captured, you can do whatever you would like with them. You know what? Let me go ahead. I'll do the bounce house one and also the look at all these rails right here. Also do the ride one real fast. But like I said, you can pretty much do whatever you'd like. I think that looks the best. That honestly looks so cool. But you can, let's say if you want to make a bounce house with it, let's go ahead and just come up a few blocks like this off the air, just so you can see his tentacles. And we're also going to need a soul sand block. So let's say I want to make a bounce house one. All we have to do is just place blocks in like this. Let's go ahead and just place blocks around on top of this area. We're going to pretty much build it like we did the hot air balloon one over there, like that. Then we're gonna come out 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Place down our powered rails right along this area. Send power to our power rails. Place a block up on this side as well. And then we're gonna go ahead and place it in our minecart right here. And then of course we don't want him to hit us, so we're gonna come up 2 blocks. 1, 2. Break this block. But now we also want to make it so we can bounce up and down on him as well. So now we're gonna add in a few slime blocks right here. We're gonna make a 3 by 3 spacing of slime blocks. So now he'll have slime blocks on top of his head. Actually, guys, before we move on from this spot, I completely forgot you cannot use a soul sand block here. You just have to use a normal block. I completely forgot that it will dip it down, and we don't want this for this one, so we're going to just place a normal block. Make sure you do not use a soul sand block. Just use a normal block. You know, actually, let's use a slab. I wonder what a slab would look like underneath them. Let me go ahead and just take out a slab real fast. Let's go ahead and you just use a stone slab, place it right here, and then we'll place our rail up like this right on top of our stone slab. So once you got that in, now what we have to do is do the exact same thing we did with the hot air balloon, and that is place a block right here, come out 3 more. So 1, 2, 3, break this one, place a piston facing inwards with a lever right here. This is just so we can move the block in front of it, just so he doesn't move after we capture him. Then we're gonna go ahead and place in our minecart right on top of this rail, and it should go back and forth forever. So boop, like that. Then what we have to do is place our gas right here. The minecart should pick him up. And now what we have to do is just break this rail over here, and he'll get stuck there forever. So boop, and now he is stuck there forever. Click down this lever so it pushes that block in right there. So now he cannot move at all any single way. And then we're gonna break all this stuff and break the blocks underneath it. And that actually looks pretty good. That doesn't look too bad underneath them. So now what we do is get rid of all of this stuff. We no longer need it. Name tag him up, and he's ready to go. He has slime blocks on top of him. So now you have a bounce house gas. So boop, as you can see, I'm bouncing right on top of my gas. So boop, up and down on top of the gas, and there's a nice little bounce house one. And then you just have to do the exact same thing right here. Instead of putting slime blocks, all you have to do is just put some normal blocks with a minecart on top of it, and then you can make a rideable one. So I quickly went ahead and skipped just a tiny bit of it because you've seen this enough. You've seen this whole entire setup so many times. But if you want to make a rideable gas, all we have to do now is just come up 2 blocks. 1, 2, break this block, and then instead of putting slime blocks, we're going to go ahead and put a soul sand block on top of this one right here, and then put blocks around the entire thing. This will make it so you can just jump on top of your gas and walk along the top of them. And then we're gonna go ahead and place a minecart right above this one. So place down a block, place down a power rail right on top of this block, place a minecart, break the block, and now the minecart will be stuck inside of that soul sand block. It should be able to no longer move. Now what we have to do is just place down our minecart, place down our gas. He'll get stuck inside of the minecart. Go ahead and rename him as well so he doesn't despawn. Come over here, just break this rail right here. And now he's stuck there forever. Send power to this, so now he can no longer move. And then go ahead and break all of this stuff right here. Break it, break it, break it. We no longer need any of this stuff except for that slab. Make sure you don't break that or he'll fall out of it. And there you guys go. Now you have a gigantic rideable gas, and you can do whatever you like, guys. That is pretty much everything that I could possibly show you. If you still don't understand how to do it, I really can't help you with this. But there's just a tiny bit of what you could possibly do with all of these gas creations. All right, guys, so there's just some interesting ways you can use gas inside of Minecraft. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe. Stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys, peace.